So thank you. And next up, I want to welcome up on stage the person who's joined us about a year ago, but he's really pushing us. He's really pushing us, he's pushing the B team to really become more agentic. I'd like to introduce back up our CTO, Adam Seligman.
Hey. Thanks a lot, right on. Hi, everybody. Okay, it's been a long day. It's been an amazing day of learning and going deep in the technology. But now it's time for something special. So I put on a Dewey t-shirt because it's time to go deep in the developer keynote. Sound good? Now you may say, I'm not a developer. Why are we doing a developer keynote? Well, in all of your companies, developers, some of you in the room, are pushing AI technology, and we want to show how that works with Workato. That's what we'll show in this session. So it's an incredible time to be, it's an incredible time for AI innovation. There are new technologies for chat, like ChatGPT and Claude. There are new tools for developers, like Cursor. And there are entirely new ways of developing with frameworks, like LangChain, and with vibe coding tools. And what's important is, to take away, is no matter how you're going to build AI, Workato is there for you. And you're probably seeing that some of these projects that you're piloting right now are not delivering results. Why is that? Well, there are three technology challenges for agents. There are three things that are missing. And the first is data is missing and hallucinations are missing, are caused. And this problem is because you have a lot of data in your organization, but if you don't get the right data in to your agent, or you get too much data in to your agent, you get bad results. The second problem is poor context management. Now, all of you know that LLMs have a context window, and it's expressed a number of tokens. Some models have many tokens, like ChatGPT might have 100,000 tokens, and Gemini might have 1,000,000 tokens. But it's not so simple. The more tokens you put in of context, the more data you put in as context, the more likely your model gets confused. Too much context, and your agent gets dumb. You've probably seen that. If you work with ChatGPT for a long time, your model can kind of get lost. So the third challenge is most agents cannot take safe actions. They struggle, and if you give them access to an API directly, you have to be very worried about the output. And so agents end up not being able to do anything or do anything safely. So Workato Enterprise MCP is a great solution for these problems. Workato Enterprise MCP brings trusted, the full context, trusted actions, and doesn't require migrations. Now this means all the right data that enables your agent to do its work, the right skills that enable your agent to just carry out a set of trusted actions, and the ability to do this without changing all of your IT infrastructure. So because Workato Enterprise MCP provides these capabilities, you can bring all your databases, applications, and processes and put them into MCP tools. And you can configure these trusted actions entirely using clicks, using Workato recipes and turning them into skills. And again, leaving everything in place. I hope you'll take a picture of this slide. We're very proud of the innovation in Workato Enterprise MCP. Okay, one thing that's exciting when we launched this just over a month ago is we pre-built 100 MCP servers for the most popular applications. And you can get these today in a developer sandbox for free and start building and exploring for free and building MCP-powered applications, agents, no matter what agent technology you choose to use. Now, another way that developers are using MCP today that's very popular is open source MCP. But open source MCP servers, while it's a great way to start and experiment, have serious problems. The first is security. Now think about it. If you get MCP server code from the internet, you need to review every line of it to ensure you can trust it. Your users will log in. It's going to connect to your APIs. It could exfiltrate data. It can work, but you better be very, very confident in it before you use this in production. And the second challenge is you're going to build agents, and lots of your users will use these agents. And they're going to hit your backend systems. Well, backend systems like Salesforce do rate limiting, and they will just shut down your APIs if they get too much traffic or too much bursty traffic. I used to run the Salesforce platform. I'm very familiar with this. So if you don't have a way of governing all of your agents that are hitting your APIs, you can get yourself shut off and have your agents and your app access fail. And the third is observability. So if you use open source code, you're going to have agents and models chewing away at your APIs, moving data back and forth, and you as a company won't know where your data is going. You won't have any of that centralized observability, and that's a real challenge. So Workato is launching something new today we're excited to share, and that's Workato Enterprise MCP Skills. MCP skills are complete trusted processes exposed as MCP servers. So let's go back. I showed 100 pre-built enterprise MCP servers. Those go one per application, one MCP server for application. But a really common pattern to build a great agent is not to make it talk to multiple applications, but give it skills for the job to be done. You saw an example with Rishi doing the demo of the lead genie. And the systems that it touched were Gong and an enrichment tool and Salesforce. Salesforce has 1,000 API endpoints. Do not give your MCP 1,000 API endpoints if you can avoid it. Give it a tool for the job to be done. So we're releasing these in Workato Enterprise MCP Skills. They're designed for specific business departments. They're multi-application. We'll include some business rules and some skills that include human supervision. So this is coming soon, and we're excited to share this with our developer and our customer community. Okay, I'd like to show you an example of what enterprise MCP skills look like. So for not everybody in here is a developer, but I'll try to walk you through it so you get a feel and understand the technology. So on the left, we have our client. That's like Claude. That's our agent here in this case. And over on the right, we have our different applications. And in the middle here, we have Workato Enterprise MCP Server. And the idea is the server exposed is a sales MCP server. And it has skills that make sense for a sales process. And that includes qualify and route lead, book an intro call, launch a follow-up sequence, and create a quote for signature. 4 skills. Now behind there may be hundreds of APIs, but these 4 things will get done predictably by that agent every time. So start thinking about that as you build your MCP strategy. Okay, now let's not just talk about it, but let's see the real thing. I'd like to invite my colleague, our CTO for Japan Up Hero, to come up and do a demo and show our sales MCP server in action. All right.
それではこれから私の方でエンタープライズ MCP サーバーのデモの方をさせていただきたいと思います。先ほどアダムの方から説明がありましたように、ちょっと実際に今日はそのスキルを3つ用意したものを MCP サーバーでご覧いただきたいと思います。今日のデモはですね、営業がですね新規の取引先登録をするというようなシナリオのデモを考えております。で実際に呼ぶクライアントはチャット GPT を使って皆さんにもフレンドリーなデモにしたいと思っています。はい、これがWorkatoの AI ハブの画面になります。まず AI メニューから MCP サーバーのタブをクリックしていただいて、今回は営業サポート MCP というスキルを設定していきます。今回はあらかじめ用意した3つの API を利用します。もちろんここではデータベースのアクセスだったり、オンプレとのアクセスというのももちろん問題がございません。Workatoではコードを書く代わりにレシピと呼ばれるフローチャートをドラッグアンドドロップの要領でノーコードで設定していくことができます。レシピの設定はですね、ちょっと今出ますね。このようにですね、ちょっと遅く早く喋りすぎました。はい。実際にレシピの作りはですね、このようなフローチャートのような形になりまして、構成としてはトリガーと一つ以上のアクションで構成されていきます。で、このそれぞれの構成はですね、今ここからクリックをしますけれど、今ここにクリエイトジラのレシピをアクションをするようなところがございますけれど、実際にこれをクリックすると詳細が現れて、このようなところでプルダウンメニューから選んだり、実際に自分がデータを変更するフォーミュラ関数と呼ばれるものを設定したりということで、データの加工とかを任意に行うことができるようになっています。いかがですかね。こういった形で日本語のデータもきちんとデータピールという中に表示されていくような形になります。で今回はこの3つのスキルを使ってこの営業サポート MCP のエンドポイントを実現していきたいと思います。で重要になってくるのはこのエンタープライズ MCP の中ではユーザーアクセスです。何度も今日通じてガバナンスのとかセキュリティの話をさせていただきましたけれど、今現状ですね、Workatoではそのユーザーのアクセスを設定するときに、トークンベースのアクセスはもちろんですけれど、この Workato Identifyっていう画面からいわゆる OAuth2 認証の設定をすることができます。で今実際に OAuth2 の認証に切り替えましたけれど、その認証を通じて今アクセスできるのはこの営業チーム25人のユーザーがこの MCP サーバーを使える状態になっているという形になります。でこういった設定で後でチャット GPT の方から呼び出しますので、一旦 URL の方をコピーをしておきます。じゃあ実際にチャット GPT の方から実際に取引先の登録をしてみたいと思います。でその前にチャット GPT の方でこれ MCP サーバーを使えるように設定する必要があります。でこのようなポップアップが出てきますので、ここでアイコン好きなものを選んでいただいて、営業サポート MCP、営業サポートという名前の説明を、これは普通に言葉を入れていきます。で先ほどコピーした URL をここに入れて、認証を OAuth2 を選択すると。でこれで作成するっていうと、これで MCP サーバーが出来上がりという形になります。このような形で簡単にノーコードで MCP サーバーを設定することができます。じゃあさて実際にですね、営業のストーリーの中でトヨタ自動車取引先登録をしたいっていうふうにリクエストしたとします。そうすると、チャット GPT 経由で、LLM が判断をして実際にトヨタ自動車の登録をしていいかどうかっていうのを、聞いてきます。で今は Salesforce にそのデータがあるかどうかっていうのを、法人番号 API を経由して検索しに行くところになります。でここで Salesforce にその取ってきた法人番号を使ってですね、検索しに行きます。はい、でこのような形で今 Salesforce のデータを抜いたのでない状態になってるんですけど、じゃあこのトヨタ自動車を登録していきますかと。 で通常であればトヨタ自動車がいっぱい出てくるわけですけど、これは LLM を使っているので、きちんとトヨタ自動車を選択して1個これを作りますかっていうのを聞いてきた状態になります。でこのように国税庁の法人番号 API を使って企業情報を取ってきて、いわゆるセールスフォース上できちんと名寄せができるような状況を作っていくことができるわけです。じゃあ実際に今ないですので、チケットを使っていわゆる取引先登録っていうもののワークフローを実行するために JIRA を使っています。この JIRA のチケットを使って実際に今登録をしていくわけですけれど、このようにですね、実際にもう JIRA に登録したときに山川のアカウントを使ってこのデモを作ったわけですけれど、山川が申請したという状況で JIRA のチケットが出来上がります。でまた、今回はおまけでスラックに通知しているところもありますので、直ちにそのアプリケーション JIRA に行かなくてもスラック上でいわゆる承認する方は情報を確認して承認プロセスを回していくことができるという形になります。このようにして通常営業の方はこういった事務処理、営業事務処理みたいなことに煩わしさを覚えているわけですけれど、その時間を自分の営業活動に専念することができるという形になります。How about the Japanese language demo?
Outstanding. Thank you. Okay, that was a great demo, and that shows the power of Workato Enterprise MCP and skills. And the key thing to understand that I want you to take away is no matter how you're building AI, you can use Workato and unlock AI in the core of your enterprise. No matter what tools you're using, no matter what frameworks you're using, and even no matter what agent platform you're using, you can use Workato Enterprise MCP to unlock AI in the core of your enterprise. So I'm excited to announce something else new today that developers in the room are going to really love. And that's the first Workato CLI, platform CLI. This allows developers to work from the command line and do useful Workato operations, like managing recipes, taking recipes and other assets and moving them into files. It allows a developer to work with tools that she likes working with. You can use the CLI to help with continuous integration, CI/CD, and the CLI also works with agents like Claude Code for some powerful tooling. The Workato CLI is free, it's open source, and it's available now on GitHub. I hope you can use the link or take a picture of the QR code and get set up today and give us feedback. So it's an important moment, and we want to, again, just get you excited about Workato empowering you, whether your developers are working with Replit and Cursor, the CLI, ChatGPT, and Strands, how we're going to continue to make investments to make sure that every way you build agents, your developers are there using Workato to support them. Okay. That's the message for today. Workato and Dewey working together. Workato makes you successful with AI. Thank you so much for letting us do this keynote and share this with you today. Thank you. We've got one last session. Really excited to have you here. Thank you.